So here's our card for today. This is the third in a series of videos that features the Bravo stamp set, as well as the Bohemian product line that's new from Stampin' Up. We have the Bohemian Borders stamp set here, and we're going to be using these 3 builder images. But as you can see, there are some really great border stamps as well. And this is in photopolymer, as is the Bravo stamp set. So today we're going to be making the card base out of Delightful Dijon. I've already scored this. This is a note card size piece of paper, which is 3.5 by 5, so a total of 7 by 5. Fold it in half. Go ahead and just crease that down, and then we can set that aside. I also have a panel of Whisper White that's cut to be just 1/8 of an inch on all sides smaller than the base of the card. And I've pre-mounted my stamps here. We're going to be using Blackberry Bliss, Island Indigo, and the new Delightful Dijon. I love this color combination. So we'll start with the Island Indigo. And the largest stamp with the kind of cross-hatch kind of iCat pattern. Ink that up. And there's really no rhyme or reason to this, just kind of whatever looks good. It's a bit of an abstract design. And with the photopolymer, if you wanted to line these up, I'm not doing that here, but if you wanted to line them up, it would be really easy to do since you can see through the stamp. Okay, clean that off. Set it aside. So now I'll bring in the Delightful Dijon, and we're going to use this to stamp the open diamond shape. Alright, and then last we're going to be using Blackberry Bliss to stamp the small solid diamond. And again, just kind of whatever looks good to you. I'm not stamping in here because that's going to be covered up by the sentiment strip. Okay, so that stamping is done, and we can set this aside for just a minute while we work on the sentiment. So I have let me just put this away. I have a strip of Blackberry Bliss cardstock. This is 1.5 inches wide, and I cut it a little bit longer so that I can position it where I'd like to on the card base. So I'm going to be using some Versamark ink because we'll heat emboss. And I will first prep with the powder tool. I keep forgetting to do that today. That will keep the embossing powder from sticking where we don't want to. Theoretically, it's supposed to do that. It usually does a pretty good job. So then I will go ahead and stamp this down right in the middle so that I have some room on either side to position it where I'd like to. We'll bring in the heat embossing powder. And I really love that this powder captures the intricacy of the sentiment. It's a really thin font, and that heat embossing powder does it really well. That's the Hero Arts white heat embossing powder. So now we'll bring in the heat tool. Okay, so that turned out really nicely. So now I'm going to take my panel and figure out where I'd like the sentiment strip to go. I know generally, I think right about there looks good to me. So I'm just going to snip off this end here so that I have that angled edge. Just gives the card a little bit of interest. And then I can go ahead and adhere it to the card I'm actually going to lay down a little bit of glue so that I don't have to worry about it shifting when I apply the staples. That there. And then I can just trim off the end here. Okay. So now I can bring in the little tiny attacher. And I want to keep the lines of the card parallel if I can. So I'll just add 2 staples there. And I didn't get quite enough of an angle, but that's okay. Just try to mimic that on this side. There we go. So now we can go ahead and adhere the panel to the card base. I used foam tape for this, so it has a little bit of dimension. You could also just glue it down if you like, and I think that's what I'll do here. But the foam tape would work well. I'm not too worried about the staples interfering with the panel sticking to the card. And just line it up. Just like that. And there's our card for today. Thanks so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel so you don't miss a video. I'll be bringing you lots of new card ideas for the upcoming catalog, and I'll be bringing in some extra products that aren't Stampin' Up! As well. So tune in, join me, and I'll see you next time.